Okay, y'all, my Facebook is spazzing out. It will not let me go live. So I decided to just create a video for you today. It might be a little weird since I'm not live, I can't interact with you. But I wanted to share my story with you today, like my Mary Kay journey so far. I had seminar this past weekend and it kind of inspired me to like rethink about like why I'm doing this and where I came from, like why I started doing this. So I don't know what is wrong with my Facebook, but I hope that you all will get to see this video and get to know my story. And I'm also going to show you a makeup look while I'm talking. So just interact like you normally would if I were live. Comment, like this video, let me know you watched. You can comment #boss when you watch. I tell you what, it is just been one of those days I'm playing catch up and like trying to catch up on all things that I got behind on this weekend, which obviously I didn't really mind getting a little behind this weekend because I had so much fun at seminar. It was so nice being in all of those women, all of those powerful women's space, you know. I think that there is just so much to be learned from a group of strong business women. So I'm just going to pull my hair back out of my face real quick so that I can do this. But anyway, so I just wanted to share my journey with you. So I'm going to go ahead and start talking about it while I do this. So I actually met Lindsay through a girl. So I don't know, some of you might know this, some of you might not, but I was actually engaged to be married before I met James. And I had planned a wedding and everything, and it didn't work out. Needless to say, it did not work out. We were just different people. He had different things in mind that he wanted, and I was ready to grow up and get married and all the things, and he just decided he wasn't. So anyways, but I had been planning a wedding. You know, I needed someone to do makeup for my wedding, and I had made a post on Facebook and asked if anyone knew of any makeup artists. And a girl named Katie referred Lindsay to me, and Lindsay drove like 2 hours to come to my house and do my makeup, and I just fell in love with her. If you guys have been on any of our virtual sessions, you probably know Lindsay, and she's just amazing. I love her so much. So Lindsay came to my house and she did my makeup, and I loved it. I bought a bunch of stuff. Then the wedding didn't happen, which was fine. So I ended up also starting to use Mary Kay skincare again because I had been using it before and I had gotten away from using it. So after meeting with her, I started using it again. So I had been buying from Lindsay and I was like, I want some free stuff. So I hosted a party. She came back to Courthouse, which was almost a 2-hour drive for her again. And she did that probably 3 more times for me. And not to mention, in between all of that, I bought, I restocked on my skincare because it's my favorite. I restocked on makeup. And finally, I asked her if she would do another party, and she was like, Andrea, no. She said, I will not. She said, I will, she said, I want you to become a consultant. And I was like, well, like, what does that mean? Like, what does it entail? And she told me when I started, it was a $99 starter kit, and you get 50% off of all of your products, and you make 50% commission on them. And I was like, well, heck, like, I was about to place a $200 order. So I was like, well, heck, yeah, sign me up, because an active order is only $225 wholesale, but you get $450 worth of products. So I was like, yeah, I'll sign up for sure. Had my launch party. It was amazing. We had a lot of fun. And then, so real quick, I just used the Light Beam liquid eyeshadow, and I'm going to use Merlot on the outside and on my crease. But anyway, so I signed up, had a launch party. When that's just where like you get your friends together and you have your very first party. It was a success. It was amazing. And then I was working full time. I was going to college. I had a baby, had got married and all the things, like within all of that. So, I just didn't really do a whole lot with it, which was fine because I signed up for the discount anyways, and just like my close friends and family were buying from me, which was also great. And then this past year with COVID and everything, so I love teaching. Like, I love teaching. I've loved teaching kids. I went to college. I have an associate's degree in early childhood education. Love it, okay? Teaching in a pandemic, I don't really love, especially teaching preschool in a pandemic. We had to try virtual, and we did our best with it, but honestly, teaching preschool virtual is really challenging because, preschoolers like to learn through play, and it's hard to get a preschooler to sit for like a Zoom and, to engage them on Zoom. But we did the best we could, and I know that it helped some people. And I know I look a little crazy right now. Remember, trust my process. But anyway, so it was just a lot. But working from home during that time gave me the opportunity to also focus more on my Mary Kay business, because a lot of things with Mary Kay were going virtual too, because before the pandemic, we were like sitting at a kitchen table with women like all really close in each other's faces and stuff like that, and you can't do that during COVID time. So I'm just going to take my blending brush and I'm going to blend this out really quick. I just used an all over color brush. This is a Mary Kay brush. It was for Christmas time, but it's really similar to our other all over color brush. I just like how short this one is. It fits better. But so anyways, so I got more involved in my Mary Kay meetings and things like that because they were online now. I didn't have to travel to go to them. So I started like talking to these women, and I did like a pace setters group that helps you like do more with your business. And I was just blown away. Like, it was just like a wow moment for me. I was like, these women are incredible. They were like moving up in their business. When I did the pace setters, I saw like a huge leap in business. And like, I feel like with any business, you have to know that it's going to be successful for you. Like once you see it like actually impacting your family, I feel like it like changes things for you. And then I went back to work. I got my dream position of being a lead teacher. I was so excited. But like my mental health just like plummeted. And I think some of it had to do with the fact that I had postpartum after I had my son, and it kind of went left untreated. Like, I had talked to my doctor about it, but then she moved away, and I just kind of, like, I feel like women especially, like, we want to be strong for everyone, and we don't want to be seen as weak, and we don't want to, like, let people really know how we're feeling. So that was kind of, I had a lot of postpartum, and then when I went back to work, the stress of a new job, the stress of wearing a mask all day, kids who hadn't been in school forever, challenging behaviors, things like that, just got to be a lot for me. So my mental health just kind of plummeted. I had a lot of weight on my shoulders. I felt like I just, I just really was not doing good. I actually had to take some time off of work and get like mental health help. I started seeing a therapist, and I'm not ashamed of that. And if you see a therapist, you shouldn't be ashamed of that either. Talked about like medication to help me sleep at night because I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't eating right, all the things that stress brings to you. So that I took some time off from like teaching because I wasn't helping them. I wasn't, when you teach, you have to have like a calmness about you. I feel like you have to, because if you're stressed out, it's gonna stress kids out, and it's the same is true for like your family too. And that's what it was doing. Like, I was stressed out, my husband was stressed out because I was stressed out, and I was passing that anxiety on to my son, And, you know, it just doesn't help anyone when you're clear up here with your stress and your anxiety and something has to give. So I took some time off of work, and during that time I was still sending, because right now with the virtual world, so your director sends samples for you, and they hold the parties for you, so all you have to do is invite people. So it was like really easy, so I just kept doing that while I was off, and it just like skyrocketed. And then I made the decision in December, because there was a leadership event that I wanted to go to, so I made the decision in December that I was going to promote to director, and because in promoting to director, I would eventually be able to stay at home with Brady full time. So I decided that that's what I wanted to do. So I did. I actually asked for the time off of work and this was before I took a mental health leave. But I actually asked for the time off of work before I earned the trip, because I was like, I'm earning this trip. And I did, and I became a director, or I went into DIQ, and then in May I became a director, and in June I decided that it was time to leave my job. So I decided that I was going to tell them that I wasn't coming back for this school year, and I finished earning my first free car and all the things. So it was just like, the rest is just history. I found so much more like freedom in being my own boss, and I still love teaching, and I know I'm going to miss it a lot, but I get to teach in a different kind of way. So like, I get to teach women how to be leaders. I get to teach women about business. I get to teach women about God, because, you know, our company is faith first, family second, and career third. So like, really important things to me. Like, my relationship with God through this business has really, really changed and really just evolved. And I was thinking about this the other day. I actually started my Mary Kay business 2 years ago in April, and around that time I also started going back to church again. So I feel like this business has been such a God thing. Like, it was like God just like paved a path, and doors just opened up, and a friend invited me to church around the same time, and then like, I don't know, it's just like, I can't explain any of this other than God closing doors and opening other ones, you know? So real quick, I just applied the amethyst in the inside part, and I used our cream color brush to spread it out. Isn't this looking so pretty so far? But so I just, that's like the only way that I can explain it all, is that God has just opened so many doors, and my mental health is getting better each day. I only see my therapist on like an as needed basis now, where it started out that I was seeing her weekly, and I feel so much passion about what I'm doing now, because I get to help other women realize that they can make life changes like this. Because let me tell you what, it was scary, y'all. I've been teaching for 6 years. I've spent thousands, like $20-some thousand to be exact, on college. Like, and I invested time in a job that I did love at the time. But I think that God has a way of making you uncomfortable until you realize it's time for a change. So I decided to just listen to that. I decided to listen to my inner voice telling me that I needed to change. I decided to listen to God telling me that I needed to change. And it's just been incredible to see the lives that have been changed along the way. Like, I've met so many women who are on my team now that I would have never met before had I not let those doors open up and walk through them. So I had to share that with you guys. I just love what I do, and I made a post earlier about seminar, and it really is, and listening to all those women has just like solidified it inside me. Like, This is so much more than selling a product. Like, I'm not in this to sell products, guys. I'm in this to change lives. I'm in this to help empower women, to help them find their purpose, to help them realize that they were created for a purpose. We are created for a purpose. Men and women are all, God did not accidentally make you. God made you for a reason. He made you because he had a purpose for you. And I would just hate to not help people find that purpose in them. And I feel like a lot of times, so I'm just taking, we have one of these brushes too. It's like an eyeliner, like a precision brush. And I'm just putting a little bit of hazelnut along my lash line, just as like an eyeliner. But anyways, so I feel like things change with people and your purpose changes, and we all go through different seasons in life, and this is the season that I'm in right now, and this is where I want to be, and this is where God wants me to be, and he's putting these women in my path and putting me in their path, and just working with these women and working together to help them open doors and help them, find their passions and create. Like, one woman comes to my mind who's on my team, and she just recently became a single mom, and she lives in an apartment that she does not like, and she has 2 kids, and she is using her business to buy a house. Her goal is to buy a house for her family. Like, my goal right now is we're remodeling a house, and so my goal is to help fund that remodel. And not only that, now that I'm not working, I had to get private health insurance. So my business is going to pay for health insurance for me and James and Brady. So, like, it's so much more than just cosmetics. It's so much more than selling, a product. It really is all about life change. And I know my life is being changed. I know other women's lives are being changed. And I could not be more grateful. I could not be more grateful. I am so thankful for this business. I'm so thankful for you all as my clients and my friends and my family and my customers, because I literally would not be here without you. I need all of you. I need your support and your prayers, and when you purchase from me, and you guys have literally helped me come out of such a dark place, because without you, my business wouldn't be thriving, and I wouldn't have realized that I was made for more. So just know that, like, you're not just buying cosmetics from me. You literally have changed my life. You've changed my life, because you helped me realize that I had more potential than what I was allowing myself to believe, and that I was made for more. And I'm forever grateful for you guys, and I hope you know that. And I hope that everyone can have what I have, and just such a peace with what I'm doing. And just know that you're something that my senior sales director said over the weekend, that you were created for such a time as this. And I believe that we're all created for such a time as this, where just things are happening that are just only God can explain, and or only can be explained with God. And I was so moved this weekend, you guys. If I'm telling you, these women in Mary Kay are just such God-fearing, passionate women, and I just love that we get to grow in our relationship with God through this company, and that they tell us to put God first, because you have to. God has to be first in everything that you do in your life, and everything else will come. When you put him first, everything else will come. Your stress and your anxiety will go away, and all good things come, and your mind is a powerful thing, and my dad and I were talking about this earlier, and that the tongue can speak life or it can speak death. That's what the Bible says. So just think about what you're speaking into your life and what you're speaking into existence. And are they good things? Are they empowering things? Are they things that you're passionate about? Are they things that you want? Or are your thoughts speaking down to your life? Are they speaking in anxiety? Are they speaking in worry? Are they speaking in disparity? Like just think about that. Think about what you're speaking into your life. But so I just, real quick to tell you what I did. I put on CC cream. I used our foundation brush, and I know it looks a little orangey right now, but the cool thing about CC cream is that it oxidizes with your skin. So once it like melts in, it will be even with my skin tone. And I'm sure you can already see the difference between when I applied it and now. And then I'm just going to add some under eye corrector, and then I'm going to do some mascara and some blush. But yeah, so I just today wanted to share with you guys my story. I wanted to tell you about me in case you're new here. And I hate that I couldn't do this live and interact with you. But until Facebook gets it together and figures out why I'm locked out, there wasn't anything weird on my account. Only thing I can guess is that I posted a lot in the last few days. I've gone live a lot. So I'm just wondering if maybe it's not used to that with me or what. But I want you guys to know that I want you guys to know, first off, that I'm a real person. Like, I'm not just, I don't have it all together. And I know that you're real people. And I know that women need other women. So if you need a friend, if you need someone to talk to, if you need someone to pray for you, if you need a shoulder to cry on, please. That's what I want this to be. I want this to be a community. I want this to be where women are here for each other, because too many times, like, women are just nasty. And I just never understood that. I never understood why women were so nasty to other women. Like, there's no reason for it. Like, we need each other. We are called as women to be leaders and to be strong and to support each other and to cheer each other on. And I love that I have that group of women now, and I want to create a community of women like that. I want to create a group of women like that. So just know that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you. I want to support you. I want to be here for you. The way that you have supported me and been here for me. So just know that. I'll put some highlighter on. But I'm just going to blend it all out. And then I like to take my foundation brush and just go back over top of it a little bit and just kind of make it more natural looking. And then I'm going to put on some mascara and I'll be all done with this look. But I hope you guys know that this is a safe place for you. This is a community where we can talk about real life things like mental health. And because I know for such a long time I kept it all inside, and I think that's why it got so out of hand. And I still do sometimes. Like, I don't like to, like, you don't like to talk about that kind of stuff. You don't want people to see your weaknesses. I always felt like I needed to be strong for everyone. I've been through some stuff in my life, y'all. And just like everyone has. And I like to be the strong person for everybody. I like to be there for everyone else, but then I don't think about that I need someone to be there for me too. So a lot of times I just don't say anything. I just hold it in. So when I got that community of women that I could trust and that could be there for me, it just was like a game changer. It was life changing. And then when I started going to therapy and was able to talk about everything, like the passing of my aunt and the passing, and that's another thing too that I think has contributed to a lot of my anxiety, is just that I've had a lot of people close to me who've passed away. Like, my aunt was my best friend. She passed away at 35. I think it was 5 years ago. of cancer, and she left behind 3 boys who mean the world to me. And that was really tough for all of us. And then my papa died not long after that, and then my grandma died last year too. My grandma was like my second mom. So just, you know, a combination of things, and we all have those things in our life, and we all need to let that out and to share that with someone and share how it makes us feel. And you can't hold things in. But sorry guys, I can't really talk while I'm doing mascara. I'm just gonna put on a second coat. This is the Lash Intensity. This is like fall season in a tube. If you guys want the sense of false eyelashes without having to wear them, this is a must-have. Check it out. Isn't that amazing? So good. But anyways, I wanted to be real with you today. I wanted to be raw. I wanted you to know the real me, because I'm not a fake person. I never have been. I've always been a really honest person. I always like to be honest about things I'm feeling, things I've been through, because I'm sure there's someone who's been there too, or you might be there at some point in your life. Unfortunately, I don't want anyone to be, obviously, but things happen, you know? Hard times happen, and we're all real people, and this is real life, and you know, we got to roll with the punches, and we got to lean into God and trust Him, and know that everything has a purpose, and there's a time for everything. And now is your time. Now is your time to show up for yourself, for other people. You have to be a servant, you know, to other people. You have to serve other people, and you'll find happiness in your life. And I believe that everyone is meant to step into their purpose. You're not meant to be miserable. You're not meant to be miserable in a job. You're not meant to be miserable doing something that you hate. You're not meant to be miserable in your relationships. You're not meant to be miserable anywhere in your life. You'll go through trials, yes. You'll go through sad times, yes. But you're not meant to stay there. You're meant for so much more. And I just hope that you guys all know that. And know that God loves you and cares about you. And that He didn't create you by mistake. He created you for a purpose. And He created you for such a time as this. So there is my look for the day, and there's my little story for the day. And I hope that you guys enjoyed both, and I hope that you know how much you are loved and how much you are appreciated, and that I'm always here for you, and I'll be praying for you, and I hope you have a great day.